Hello everyone. In this video I will be discussing about the framed connections, that is beam to column and beam to beam connection. So starting with a beam to column connection. So this is how a beam will be connected to column. So either this beam can be connected to flange of column or in some cases for the web of column also. So here I will be dealing with a beam, an I section which is connected to flange of column, which is also an I section. The type of connection used here is a bolted connection. So in order to connect this beam to this column, we'll be using two angles. One in this corner, the other one on the other corner of this beam. And these angles used here will also be called as framing angles. You can see here, one leg of the angle is connected to flange of column, the other leg is connected to the web of beam. Starting with the problem, two framing angles ISA 150 by 150 by 10 mm, so these are the angles used for connection, are used to make beam to column connection, and one angle is placed on either side of the web of the beam as shown in the figure. Three number of bolts of 16 mm dia of grade 4.6 are used to connect the angle legs to the web of beam and flange of column. Determine the load that can be transferred from beam to column. The section used for the beam is ISMB 450 at 514.04 Newton per meter, and the section used for column is ISMB 300 at 618.03 Newton per meter. So this is a 2D figure. So this is a column ISHB 300 and this is a beam ISMB 350. So in this view, this is a side view, you can see only the flange thicknesses of the column along with the web portion. The even beam also you can see flange thicknesses and web portion. So this is a side view. If you draw a section line here and view from this side, this will be the view. If you are viewing from this side, this beam will look as an I section, and behind that you are having a column. As this beam is connected to column, only flange width will be visible. So this is the flange width of the column and this is a beam. So this is ISHB 300 and this is ISMB 350. As mentioned in the question, so two angles on either side of web of beam is used, and the number of bolts used for connection are 3 for both the cases. The first case is the angle leg to the flange of column, 3 bolts, and the other leg of the angle to the web of beam, 3 bolts. From this view, if you see here, for this connection there are only two thicknesses involved. One is the flange thickness of the column and the other is the thickness of angle leg. If we come to this particular connection, in this view you can see three thicknesses are involved. In between, the thickness of the web of beam and two thicknesses of angle legs. Here for three thicknesses only 3 bolts are used, and here for two thicknesses 3 bolts are used. So now you have to find out the load that can be transferred from beam to column. So step 1, we will be writing the details of ISHB 300 as well as ISMB 350. So load is given in Newton per meter converted into kg per meter. The thickness of flange is 10.6 mm. So all this detail can be obtained from steel table. And the bolts used are M16. So diameter of the bolt will be 16 mm and diameter of bolt hole with clearance will be 18 mm. So ultimate tensile stress of bolt is 400 and ultimate tensile stress of plate is 410, and the angle used is ISA 150 by 150 by 10 mm. It is mentioned in the question. So this will be the position now. You're having two connections. Connection between angle leg and flange of column. You'll be finding out shear capacity and bearing capacity. And there is the other connection is connection between angle leg and web of beam. You're calculating shear capacity and bearing capacity. The least of all these four values will be the load that can be transferred from beam to column. So starting with the first one, connection between angle leg and flange of column, we are calculating shear capacity first. So this is a connection between angle leg and flange of column. You can see here we are dealing with this connection now. So these three bolts will be connecting two thicknesses. One is thickness of flange, the other one is thickness of angle leg. As we are dealing with two thicknesses, it is nothing but a lap joint. So NN1, NS0. The number of bolts used are 3. So we will be calculating shear capacity. We will be getting 86.92. So moving on to bearing capacity. We need to calculate pitch and edge. Pitch and edge is not given. The diameter of the bolt used here is mentioned. Based on that, you can calculate pitch and edge. Now we have to decide the value of T. We are dealing with this connection now. So you have to compare the thickness between thickness of flange of column and the thickness of angle leg. The least of these two thicknesses will be the value of T. Thickness of flange of column is 10.6 and the angle used here is ISA 150 150 10. So between 10.6 is the thickness of flange and 10 mm the thickness of angle leg, the value of T will be 10 mm. So value of T will be 10 mm. We'll be calculating KB and the bearing capacity will be 192.86. So now the strength of this connection is the least of shear and bearing capacity. So when you compare shear and bearing capacity, shear is less. The strength of this particular connection is 86.92 kilonewton. That means in this particular connection between the angle leg and the flange of column, the maximum load that can be transferred is 86.92 kilonewton. Cut down with first connection. Move on to the next connection. We are dealing with connection between angle leg and web of beam. We are dealing with this particular connection now. So here also even 3 bolts are used and these 3 bolts connect 3 thicknesses. One is the angle leg thickness on this side, in between the thickness of web and the angle of thickness of angle leg on the other side. We are dealing with this connection now. We are dealing with 3 thicknesses, in between the thickness of web of beam and the thickness of angle legs on both the sides. So totally 3 thicknesses. So it will act as a double cover butt joint. And the value of T will be decided on 2 values. One is thickness of web and the summation of angle leg thicknesses. So 10 and 10, 20, and the thickness of web of beam is 8.1. So between 8.1 and 20 mm, summation of these two thicknesses, the least is 8.1. So the value of T will be 8.1 mm. And we have to design this as a double cover butt joint, hence NN1 and also NS1. So connection between angle leg and web of beam. First we will be calculating shear capacity. So NN1 and NS1, as we have dealing with 3 thicknesses, so it will act as a double cover butt joint, and the number of bolts used are here 3. So shear capacity will be 198.36 kilonewton. So now bearing capacity. Edge and pitch we calculated earlier, the same values can be used here. So bearing capacity will be 156.21. So we discussed earlier, T is 8.1. The least of these two values will be the strength of this particular connection, that is a connection between the angle leg and web of beam. So least of these two is 156.21 kilonewton. So now the connection between angle leg and web can transfer a maximum of 156.21 kilonewton, and the connection between the angle leg and flange of column can transfer 86.92 kilonewton. So now he has asked to find out the maximum that can be transferred between the beam to column or vice versa, column to beam. So we have to compare with these two values. 86.92, that is the load that can be transferred from angle leg to flange of column, and 156.21, the load that can be transferred from angle leg to above beam. So now the least of these two values, 156.21 and 86.92, will be the strength of this connection, or the load that can be transferred through this connection. The least is 86.92. Hence, the maximum load that can be transferred from beam to column or column to beam is 86.92 kilonewton. The maximum that can be transferred from beam to column or vice versa is 86.9 kilonewton. So this is regarding beam to column connection. Next problem we will be dealing with beam to beam connection. This is the other beam, the smaller beam will be connected to web of bigger beam. So this is how the connection will be done. Once again, two angles will be used, one on this corner, the other one on the other corner. So this is the other view now. So in this particular connection, the connection between angle leg and web of beam, smaller beam, once again you will be dealing with three thicknesses. So this joint should be designed as a double cover butt joint. So because we are having with three thicknesses here, the thickness of web in between and the thickness of angle legs on both the sides. So this is the other view. When coming to this connection, the connection between, so this particular connection you are dealing with two thicknesses. You have to design it as a lap joint. You are dealing with the thickness of angle leg and the thickness of web of bigger beam. So an ISLB 300 at 369.8 Newton per meter transmits an end reaction of 385 kilonewton to the web of ISMB 450 at 710.2 Newton per meter. Design a bolted frame connection where the grade of steel is Fe410, the grade of bolt to be used is 4.6. So here in this problem, he is asking you to design a beam to beam connection. So here the figure is not given, you have to draw the figure. So you can judge which is the bigger column, which is the smaller column. So ISMB 450 is bigger, ISLB 300 is the smaller one. And the load that is transferred between these two beams is 385 kilonewton. So this will be ISMB 450, and for that a smaller beam is connected to the web, it is ISLB 300. The load that is to be transmitted is 385 kilonewton, and he is saying that you have to go for a bolted connection. This is called as a frame connection, so it is a bolted frame connection. The grade of steel is known, that is Fe410. The grade of bolt to be used is 4.6. It is not mentioned the diameter of the bolt, you can assume it. So these are the two views you have seen in the 3D figure. So first, write down the details of both the beams from steel tables, thickness of flange, thickness of web. So assuming M16 dia of bolts, so D will be 16 and diameter of bolt will be 18 mm. So the grade of bolt is given, that is 4.6. So ultimate tensile stress of bolt will be 400, and that of plate or the material, that is I section, is 410 Newton per mm square. See, angle to be used is also not mentioned, so you can assume it as a 10 mm thick angle. We will not be deciding the lengths of angle legs now itself. Based on the number of bolts we get, we can assume we will be getting, once the number of bolts to be used for connection is decided, we will automatically get the lengths of the angle legs. So as of now, we will be assuming only the thickness of angle leg, which is required for finding out shear and bearing capacity. So next, we will be finding out the bolt value, the number of bolts required. We are having two connections now, connection between the web of bigger beam and angle leg, and the connection between the web of smaller beam and angle legs. So we'll deal with one connection at a time. So we'll be starting with connection between angle leg and web of ISMB 450. Dealing with this particular connection, the connection between web of bigger beam, main beam, primary beam, and the angle. So dealing with two thicknesses. So I have to design it as a lap joint. So Nn will be 1, Ns also, Ns will be equal to 0. So here I have shown the number of bolts, but now we are finding out the number of bolts first here. This is just for a reference. So for this particular connection, we have to use 15 number of bolts. This particular connection, you can see in this figure here. So the same bolts here and here should be provided. These two refers the same connection. So 15 number of bolts. So 5 in each line. So you have to provide it in 3 lines. So pitch and edge is calculated 30, 40, 40 and 30. So now if you add all this pitch and edge, you will be getting the dimension of this angle length. So it will be 150 mm. So now you have to deal with the other connection now. The connection between the web of smaller beam and two angle leg thicknesses. So we are dealing with this particular connection. So we will be having 3 thicknesses. The thickness of beam or smaller beam in between and 2 angle leg thicknesses. So this you have to design it as a double cover bridge joint, and the least of the summation of these 2 angle leg thicknesses and the thickness of web of this smaller beam will give you the value of T. So connection between angle leg and web of ISLB 300. So as we are dealing with 3 thicknesses, it will be similar to double cover bridge joint. So NN1, NS1. So shear capacity will be 66.12. Thickness of web of smaller beam is 6.7. And comparing with the summation of thickness of 2 angle legs, that is 20 mm, the least is thickness of web. So T will be 6.7. So bearing capacity will be 43.07, and the least of these two is this one. So bolt value will be 43.07 kilonewton. So now to get number of bolts, it is 385, that is the load by bolt value. You will be getting 9 number of bolts. Instead of that, you will be going with 10 number of bolts. You can see here 5 bolts in each line. So this is the pitch and edge distances. So the dimension of this angle leg will be 30 plus 40 plus 30, that will be 100. So for this particular connection, we will be going for 10 number of bolts. You can see here, these are the 10 number of bolts which are connecting the angle leg and web of smaller.